Hello everybody and welcome back to the archive. We're going to do this fast today because I'm late and I missed yesterday. So hi, how's everybody doing? We're back with Final Fantasy XVI. I'm going to immediately move us over to the normal view because I am almost 30 minutes late. My bad. Got caught up at work yesterday, which is why I wasn't on yesterday. I wanted to send a message, but my phone was dead, and unfortunately, I didn't get home until like 11 o'clock. So by that point, I'm pretty sure I could, confidently say that I wasn't going to be on, and I'm pretty sure everybody could have probably guessed that. So, as for tonight, we were out grabbing food. I was trying to eat. I got roped into a conversation, and I succeeded in eating nothing while I was doing it. So if you see me reach over to my plate of food over here and grab some fries or something, don't be surprised. I'm fucking hungry and I didn't really get any time to eat. So what can you do? But we're on. We're gonna play for a couple hours. You know how it be. Can you all shut the fuck up?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out Mother Crystal.
No longer hungover, I hope.
Boiling cesspit.
Everything go well after Tuesday night, day night?
Helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply though.
Where is my whiskey glass?
Here's. Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task.
Noted. Wasn't planning on it, but, you know, now I know for sure.
Current state of things could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Ooh, yeah, that sucks. That doesn't surprise me, given how, I hear stories all the time of people getting drunk before flights. Those airport bars, people just, I mean, what else are you gonna do when you're waiting for a flight, realistically?
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I.
Yeah, that's unhelpful, but...
And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters.
Oh, really? Huh.
But I dare say
That's
you remember
that's
your
interesting.
childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he?
Yeah, that's probably fair.
For all the fairy tales,
Honestly, I'm surprised that most of the airport bars in the States are open as long and as often as they are.
I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
Oh shit, I almost forgot. I wanted to swap out one of my things for Bahamut. I think I'm going to swap out Phoenix. Mainly because it's good, but it's more focused around direct melee combat, and I'm more of a spellcasty kind of guy, which is what the abilities that I skimmed on Bahamut look like, is big AoEs and cool combo pieces and shit.
Seems the hideaways lost its sound.
If I decide that I need to go back to Ifrit, we'll remove Garuda. Although I really like Garuda and its abilities to pull, I've been using it less and less.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe?
Just the
Not
nature
that
of
you
being a
want to blame for the
JRPG
Dominion's
protagonist.
fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits.
That is true.
They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
True that.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the
Also,
facts.
the news today, fucking Raido 1 remake. I'm excited as fuck. That'll definitely be a game I want to play on stream. I knew it was coming because of the achievement leak, but I am, as somebody who's never played the original, I'm excited for it.
Already begun to wilt for want of ether, but not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end
Yeah,
is more than
I...
we can hope for.
It's interesting, because that's what I assumed it was when we saw the achievement leak.
Spawning
But
Akashic in droves.
I will take the first game. It looks like they completely redid it from the ground up.
Fail as function. Even
And
the
if they did it from the
strongest
ground
nation
up
falter.
with one of their
Rosaria,
modern
the Iron
engines
Kingdom
with that
teeter on
art
the
style,
brink of collapse,
yeah,
while the
it's only a
tragedy
matter of time before
alongside
Digital
will
Devil Saga
paralyze the
remakes,
Holy
maybe,
Empire.
maybe,
Dalmatia
you know,
fares
hopefully, fingers
Rumor
crossed.
has it, the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in
Very
earnest.
true.
The Einherjar
So what,
has been
PS2,
sighted
I
of
believe,
storm.
they use the SMT3 engine,
The
right?
world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it
I
will
think you're
fall
right,
to
yeah.
the people to defend
'Cause
themselves
DDS definitely
against
used
those
it.
who would take what is
I know
theirs.
Raido used it.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse
Maybe
against a band of
the
Kokomo
exception
thieves is one
being...
thing, but pitchforks and
I don't. The
palisades
only
ought to
ones I'm
lift
not
up
sure of
stolen
is
arms
the
and
two
arms.
PS2
Should the King
personas.
of Wulu deign to
It is
invade,
very possible that
there
they
would
were
be
made
no
on the
need to
same
stop
engine,
him.
but I simply have never played the original FES or 4 to know for 100% certain. I've only ever played
Perhaps
the
I'll take one more
re-releases
and find
or
the sheriff's
remakes.
thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
We always
Only
have
one.
problems.
That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got Akashic at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
Yeah, wonderful.
When it rains.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know.
I
we're
guess
on
that's a
our
fair
way.
point. Yeah, I never really considered that. They do use the same Persona/Demon models. Also, one thing that I do definitely like is Atlas has been on a fucking roll with the remakes recently. First Persona 3 Reload, with how great of a remake that was. Then, like, there was the leak with the domain for Persona 4 remaster. Now we're getting Rido. The SMT3 came out, what, 4 years ago? Like, whew, they are on a fucking roll, especially since they launched the banger that was Metaphor. Oh yeah, SMT5 Vengeance. That's true. Not really a remake, but, you know, still counts. Also, PC launches for everything on the same day. I know they've been doing that since 3 remastered, but still. Oh, so nice to have. What do you mean quest? Oh, that's the side quest. That's not the actual quest. It's really nice that Japan has finally come around to actually launching games on PC when they launch, instead of waiting the extra couple months or the year.
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
Then food?
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic.
And that's a very red
Let's
sky.
just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
Yes.
What makes you think they'll listen to
Talk.
us?
Quote unquote.
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Oh, damn. I didn't even notice the corpse before. Also, Fenrir, as always, we appreciate the resub. I mean, I can give you a suggestion for a pair of headphones, but you won't like it.
That if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood
But
for
yeah,
blood. It's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have
I
them
definitely
man the
like a pair of
bandits on our
IEMs,
walls
but
as a lesson
I
to the rest.
also like open backs.
And
It's
what
depending on what you're
happens
looking
when
for,
those
really.
mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Yeah, not exactly an easy situation. You use the money for food, the food gets stolen. You use the money for mercenaries, you don't have food, and then maybe,
What's he doing here?
and then maybe they'll live long enough to starve to death.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
I mean, I could always recommend the ones I like to wear, which is,
The markets have all but ceased to operate.
the Sennheiser
Here in
HD 600s.
is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies.
They're reasonably cheap,
Just
you know,
that.
not like
Master
cheap,
Lugo
cheap.
told me of his
Still a
troubles.
couple $100, but
He thought I might be able to talk
they're
some
nice
sense
headphones.
into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Oh,
Those were the
are you sure your
thorns in
headphones are
Lugo's
broken, or
side.
is your cable broken?
And the
Because if
reason
your
this
cable's
place
broken,
might
you
be
can
headed the
simply
same way
replace
as
it.
Costas.
You can pull out the things and replace the
These are
cables.
cursed skies. The darkness is enough
That's
to
why
drive a
these
man to
cables are red,
madness.
is because I replaced the
Or an
original
entire
cable with
city,
these
for
once
that
the
matter.
original cables went.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Alright. Yeah, then just go on Amazon and buy a new cable for like 20 bucks.
So, you see my predicament?
Yeah, you should just be able to pull them out of the headphones themselves. They're just,
and with good reason by the
I forget the name of the cables, but they're cheap, they're easy to fix.
That anger and fear could set the entire town alight. My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes.
Surprisingly, I have not. I own it on PS4. I only actually the special edition on PS4, the day one, and I own it on PC. My intention has always been to play it on stream, and with work being as chaotic as it is, my game log is really big, and I haven't made like any progress on it.
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Yes, it does.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal,
It's, as I said, it's on my list. I might just play it on my own at this point. I mean, the game is what? Gotta be 5 years old now? And my backlog for stream games is growing every day that a new game gets announced. I mean, we're definitely playing Xenoblade 2 next. And then, at the rate in which I'm progressing through games, by the time we're done with that, we'll be playing Rido when it comes out.
See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
And then who the fuck knows what's coming out in the fall and the winter?
That may prove useful.
Oh right, Ghost of Yotai. I completely forgot that the game sequel is coming out.
You need only play along.
Well, maybe if maybe if the chaos of work dies down like I think it's going to, maybe I'll be able to squeeze it in at some point. I mean, the fact, yeah, I did get caught up yesterday and wasn't able to stream yesterday, but at least I, you know, managed to play this game twice this week.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told
Very
you,
true.
I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about...
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire.
I mean, there was a point last week I was very worried that I was going to have to do a 9-hour closing shift at like every single weekday there was.
There must be 2 score swords
because we have a
few boys.
This is the last week for one of, we have 3 closers. I'm one of them. This was the last week for one of them, and I'm pretty sure the next one is going to walk out in another week or 2. Thanks for the follow hold there.
Brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Also, I think my alert sound is a little low.
That actually worked.
That is true. I was doing that for a little bit, but I'm glad that they finally had to stop that.
Well played, my lady.
The worst part is not even necessarily that I'm working like insanely long hours or even that like a whole lot, because I'm not going into overtime at all during weeks. It's a matter of like people call out so frequently, I never know when I'm going to be around. And while I could refuse the time, you know, you gotta be able to pay the bills somehow.
Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Exactly.
Underhill.
I'm basically on call. I'm basically an on-call employee when I should just be, you know, I'm scheduled X days for X hours, and then I fill out like 50% more hours just from call-outs and people not showing up and shit. And so that's why it's so difficult to stick to a schedule, is because I physically do not know, like, ahead of time if am I going to be late at work because somebody doesn't show up. Am I going to, like, am I going to have to go in to cover for somebody?
It is only a matter of time before the peasants.
And normally I'd just refuse, you know, like on certain days when I'm streaming, like if I really want to get a stream in. But not only do I just need the money, but, you know, if I ever want promotions or, like, when I first started, I get pretty consistent, like, slight raises for all the extra times I put in. And my, one of my reviews is coming up, and it looks good on that, so, you know, if I keep doing it, raises in the table.
Likely return, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to
so, you suffer through it. Maybe after that review, I'll stop taking as many calls, but hopefully things will have died down a bit by then. Fingers crossed. We're supposed to have most things fixed by the middle of next month.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect.
Well, that's the
Now,
important
my
part.
scouts will be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Well, hopefully they can figure out whatever the fuck they're doing.
These ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Well, did all our problems get fixed?
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
Oh god, what happened now?
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
Oh, that's easy enough to fix. We just kill them.
I have a favor to ask.
Yeah, don't even need to ask
The
it.
bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
Oh, look at the bright side.
A lot of faith to put into those
You'll have
who
me
their
coming
hands
back
around
when
each other's
we finish
throats
off the
but
first group,
long
just in case
ago.
things are going poorly.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
I mean, how many bandits can there be? A couple dozen? Probably not not more than 50. Holy shit, this charge time is very slow. Mega Flare 1. Come on. Yep, just keep circling around me. This is completely unnecessary, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Can I? Oh, that lasts a long ass time. Okay, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. Oh, there was a guy behind me the whole time. Huh. Didn't even notice. Just straight up fucking whiff. I could probably deal more damage by... Yeah, I deal more damage by just attacking it. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Even the Bahamut balls from the E effect of this ability have a sort of flame effect while I'm in Limit Break. Stop doing that. We know this does worse damage. Wow, that smoke screen. Really effective. I didn't realize I'd gotten so low on health.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine. But maybe we should rush back and, you know, just to be safe, maybe?
Hurry.
Maybe? Fingers crossed? No, we should hurry. Immediately goes into a slow walk back.
Natalie, I owe you an apology.
Holy shit.
Well,
Cooperation?
The inn
Oh?
would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
Yeah, it seems like you could have taken care of your self here.
Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
Does he look like an actor to you? The big hunk of meat with the big sword, does he seem like he can act? I don't know where you got that impression, but clearly you were mistaken. Also, we got a fuckload of AP from that, which means we can do some upgrading. I'm gonna master that just because I'm hoping that it'll increase the like speed of the charge. And, I want Giga Flare. I can't think of a Final Fantasy game where I'm allowed to play a character that can just casually, like, use Giga Flare, so I want to save up the Giga Flare. Alright, mission 2, Martha's Rest.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough.
You managed to hold off, like,
now.
the majority of a
While
couple
we have
hundred?
a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
We back them up.
We join the fight.
Duh. Like, nah, we'll just leave, you know? I'm sure they can handle
Where I
themselves.
need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
We'll be world heroes sooner rather than later, I'm sure. People already see us as a bastion of hope.
There are as many as Martha says.
And now people think the world is fucking ending. Also, I like that little exchange of dialogue. You think there are as many? There's probably more. And yeah, that's probably true. Let's use a high potion. So, with this... I can't do anything. I can dodge, though.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
I think that's slightly faster charge-wise. I don't think it's that much. Also, I can't... Oh, I see. Oh, I can hold it. I don't need to charge it all up at once. I can just charge for level 1, and then charge for level 2 later, and pop it when I need to. Or at least that's what I think. Yep, that's how that looks. Now, my curiosity is whether or not I can charge this to level 3, because I leveled it up. Yes, I can. Oh, we can keep going? Okay, we'll keep going. Yeah, I could end this fight easily right now, but, you know, what's the fun in that?
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
They're probably just random townsfolk just trying to protect people.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
But how did you come to be here?
Great
Where's
question.
your commander?
So Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Maybe we should go and check to see if Wade's okay?
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And
Alright.
they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
They're gonna be just fine. We'll take
Look
care
after
of that.
everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Nah, we can handle some basic Akashic enemies. It's fine. What do you take me for? Weak? Nah. Not only am I a dominant, which is already a lot of power as it is, but like,
Mad dogs.
I guess Mega Flare. How many mages in the Final Fantasy universe do you think can just say they accomplished casting Flare to begin with, let alone Mega Flare? Also, you don't seem to be in that much of dire straits. I don't exactly see Akashics dealing at their heels.
But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes...
When am I not?
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
You get your men up the elevator. We'll deal with the actual threats.
We
I
need
got
to get the
this.
engine to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
Oh, yeah.
We can certainly try.
Easily.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
It's cool to see Wade come back, though. You know, he was an assistant for a bit. The only thing I wish I could do while holding and charging this would be to, like... I understand not being able to, like, do, like, sword attacks. But I really wish I could at least, like, right-click and cast magic. Oh, tapped out. Ow. Still tapped out, clearly. I think Limit Break makes this charge slightly faster. Oh, I actually dodged that. Whew. Come on. Only a little bit more. This will not turn into my fucking, like, permanent strategy for most fights. I just really think it's fucking awesome. Okay, this doesn't, like, touch resist, like, stagger a bar at all. At all.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
Yeah, try to avoid that next time.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound.
You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Yeah, definitely feels like we've made it, maybe Act 3, or maybe this is the height of Act 2. We're definitely seemingly in the rising action, at least.
Mad dogs.
I don't exactly have a lot of potions left. Do you? Hello. You wanna...
What are you after?
I need some potions. I've been playing like a dumbass and doing like cool looking abilities, so I need a few
Thanks
more
very
of
much.
these. Thank you.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there. My brothers need me.
Wait for the enemies to approach.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Oh, don't worry, I'll slow them down. At least I'm gonna try to. They just like to slowly walk at me, so I can just do this. Just charge up a level 1. Alright, so I think the intention behind using Mega Flare here is that you charge it during like a boss invulnerability phase when they're out of reach. And then when you stagger, you just cast the whole thing. Or you charge it up several fights ahead of time for, like, big arena fights.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
So I'll just charge like one at a time for now. Ow. We'll just do a level 1. Oh, big. We get a Judgment Bolt back. Ooh, Mega Flare dodge. Actually, if I get a successful dodge, it seems to give me a lot of charge. Or I'll just get hit, you know, that also works. So if I dodge something, like if I were to just dodge through that, oh yeah, that's a lot of charge. Nope. I mean, you still got me, but, you know, it doesn't really count, you know, since I damaged you first.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
Hopefully not too many people died. Probably enough to make it like a tragedy, but, you know, hopefully not that much more.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise.
Could join us at the hideaway. Pretty sure they can't
but when?
cross large bodies of
Sooner or
water.
later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
I like that these places are making, like, do the best of a bad situation, you know? Sure, things are really bad, and, you know, the world could be ending, but, you know, we're working together. We're not backstabbing each other. We're doing exactly what we need to do.
Oscar, over here.
Also, that's odd. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna tab.
It is an honor to make your
Oh, that
acquaintance,
explains
Lord
it.
Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch. Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children. Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Oh.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade.
You good, kid?
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name.
Hell yeah, it
You
is.
have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are. I mean to say that.
Kid, relax. It's fine. We all get what.
All right, we know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire.
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Alright, kid.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
He's so fucking dead, right? Like, I think we can all acknowledge that this man is gonna die real quick. Like, there's no way. I give him maybe 2 main story missions. And that's being generous. Either that, or we never see him again in game.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
I can't do it.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Alright. I'm not sure how we're gonna help much in this situation, but, you know, I guess it's best to check.
4 left for more in the captain's orders.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
Damn. Well, I guess somebody's going to have to speak some words of encouragement to these cowards.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
No, yep,
but I thought you most
did a good job.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
I mean, it's very possible that they just appeared out of thin air. Especially if they're Ultimate's thralls.
It took off the...
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
I don't think it's alright, but alright. You're better at comforting people than I am, Jill.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now.
Yeah,
We should head
more.
for more.
Alright, well, you know.
You saw those soldiers. You saw them.
It's fine. We'll make do. Even if I have to butcher every single one of them myself.
That's all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Okay. So that did lose its charge after a cutscene.
Unless we're all ready.
What are we doing on AP? 903. I need 2730 in order to get Giga Flyer. Oh, it's gonna be a while. I'm gonna be lucky if we... I don't know how much longer is left in this game. But something tells me I'm gonna be lucky if I earn all that much before, like, the final act. Oh yeah, this place is certainly Akashic. You can see the ether flowing in the air.
Look.
I see them. With me.
I didn't mean to do that, but we'll just cancel it early. That's okay.
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Nice. Gotta actually successfully dodge to earn that charge. Nice. Ow. Rude. I really can't tell if there's been a difficulty spike, or if I'm just bad and I'm getting hit by everything while trying to do the Giga Flare. Or the Mega Flare.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet.
Yeah, it's not over.
There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever it takes, eh?
It's better than running away and getting everybody killed, yeah?
I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love.
Hell yeah.
And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
We should let them...
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Don't look at me when you say that. Rude.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems.
I would hope not.
It has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
No, of course. It's no biggie. I get stronger, I get XP, I get renown, and I get ability points. I mean, look at that. 500. That's a lot.
Our friends seem to have things under control.
It's almost a sixth of all of the AP we need to get Giga Flare. So, you know, we take those.
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Because the game is scripted to be that way.
Any word on the rest of the realm? Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So... Right.
As good as it can be.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point.
Well, I can't help but feel a little responsibility for, you know, what people are perceiving to be the end of the world.
Talia says your brother's awake. Thank you, Otto.
Joshua, my boy. I hope he, I'm assuming he's forgiving us for killing him all those years ago.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
You can't blame yourself for every fuck up.
What do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
Or ending the world.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
I don't know, the fact that you can absorb dominant power?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements.
Yeah, except me, who gets all of them.
You, Clive.
Because I'm just better like that.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Maybe because the boy was always claimed by him, even when he didn't have a will to resist. I don't know.
I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
I guess we're not the only one protecting our brother.
Sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav.
What's up?
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Shit. Well, you know, duty calls. Sorry, Joshua. Just don't try to cough up all your blood, alright? That would be a problem. Cough up most of it, sure. Just not all of it. Or enough to, like, let you
What's
live.
the short of it?
Keep yourself hydrated so, you know, you get those blood cells
The
back.
capital of the 3 cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas.
Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to accept that.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Yeah, the fact that
Not such a
Tarja was
talented
there.
healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's only containing the thing that wants you more than anything else. We get to adventure with Joshua? Hold on. Where is it? Hey, we actually have a fourth party member. Joshua, my boy. How's it going, buddy?
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Sick, yeah. Feels good to be back together again.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
You know, I was confused, like, when we decided, like, when the game decided we were going to accept, you know, that we were responsible for, oh my god, this is gonna give me 800 ability points? Ooh.
Best of luck out there,
but, like, I was wondering where it was gonna go when we accepted the fact that we had killed him so early on, but it's clear to me now that the, that kind of needed to happen in order for the rest of the story to make sense. I mean, even before we accepted that we killed him, I mean, there was always some, like, secondary thought of, like, or there were cutscenes that were like, is he really dead? But, you know, I'm happy he's here. Now we just need to, you know, kick some ass together.
Clive.
Give me some more potions, because I have been really bad of late.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
You got any more upgrades for me, Blackthorn?
So, what'll it be?
Reinforce.
Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff.
I need a white worm bone. Oh. Can't do anything yet.
Fine.
The Crojit Echoes. I think that's what that was called. Central Dalmekia. Have we ever had 3 party members? Even back when Sid was around?
It's like a dream. The 4 of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Oh, come on, Killjoy.
I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Listen, I know, like, there's dangerous shit going on and people are in danger, but at least let him enjoy the fact that we're out, the 3 of us are out, you know? It's been
we can use the
over a decade.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
So I think my best thing with this is to get close to enemies to proc the regen. Or the rapid regeneration from successful dodges.
This might take a while.
How did you miss me? Like, that should have hit. I totally let myself get hit on purpose there. That totally wasn't just me floundering really badly.
Tell us about Rote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
I do like the I think the character-to-character dialogue is done really well in this game. Like, for the most part, the interactions between characters are pretty, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not genuine, but, pretty believable. That's not the exact word I was looking for, but, you know, it's better than not having a word at all. Maybe later. You just might want to move before that spreads. Just a heads up. Yeah.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
You know, I almost wonder if the mother crystals weren't there not to like drain the world of ether, but to like prevent this. Because it seems like there's an excess of ether now that we've broken a lot of them. So I almost wonder if that wasn't the Mother Crystal's purpose in this, I don't know what the different, like, worlds are called in Final Fantasy canon, but, I almost wonder if that was their purpose. Because it's not like FF14, where there's, you know, Heidelin, who fucking, created, like, is the embodiment of the crystal. Or, like, other games where the crystals are more abstract concepts of light rather than, like, literal. Also, I did not mean to trigger this fight, but it's fine. See? It's fine. Took us all of 15 seconds.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
What's up?
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Especially now. I mean...
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
It's just like that one town in Thanalan. Fuck, I don't remember. But, like, the buildings are built into the, like, fuck, what kind of, environment is this? There's a word for it, and I can't think of it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, hopefully. Clive's just like, ooh, books. Totally not just trying to waste time. Hello. Clive, we were here to meet somebody. Why would you, like, reach for your weapon like that? We knew somebody was gonna be here.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
It does.
Would you care to elaborate?
Please, yes. Elaborate, please. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Oh.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion.
The fuck is
After
that?
the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety.
Yeah, how did you survive that
Since I left
anyway?
Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
There's
Rise, Lady Yote.
There's no reason to be so quiet, kid. It's fine.
You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
You know, I almost forget that Clive is around my age, canonically, in the story.
It is as you feared.
Because he was, what, 13 during the, like, during the, first chapter? And then, like, 10 years passed, and then another 5? So, I'm, what, like 3 years younger than Clive?
Joshua.
It's crazy. It's
The
crazy.
Imperia is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails up at one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Given the name Odin? Probably.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
I don't think that's what he's implying.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
There's charity, and then there's, like, preferring people to live over than the entire world ending, honestly. Also, realm. Realm is the word I'm looking for. Oh, hello, Olivier. I assume.
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Enough.
Holy shit, they're dead too?
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
That's concerning.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Still wonder why they call me Mythos instead of, you know, my fucking name, please? What am I, just a fucking tool?
So then...
And I assume the she is Jill.
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
Yeah, who the fuck knows? I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Show them.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god.
I hear that. I hear that.
His very existence beyond our ken.
Like, motif in the background.
Are meant to be his subjects, and while some
that classic FF1 like that classic FF motif.
Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
The lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith.
The fuck does that mean?
Sealed. The hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
Yeah, I'm a shield. Yeah, you can trust me.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Aw, Joshua's got a Jill of his own. Aw, how they grow up so fast. Yeah, tell me to keep him safe. I'll do so.
My lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Honestly, the fact that you can remain this honor-bound in this kind of a situation is very commendable. That fucking pained look, like, you're sending me away? Oh, so disappointing.
Let's find our friends.
Okay, so, now that the cutscene's over, theory time. It was brought up last stream when we were at the big circle thing that, humanity once tried to, like, Tower of Babel. Like, ascend to the level of God. I'm almost wondering if Ultima was once mortal, and as part of that, and wants to, like, has already kind of ascended, but maybe wants to usurp the gods entirely, and that's why he needs us, who has got this sort of limitless power. I walked like 5 feet, guys. I was just you might as well have just continued the cutscene.
Cyril, how fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
Oh, more of the Undying.
The duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Oh, cool.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
Honestly, I'm surprised you're still intact after the whole Phoenix Gate thing.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem.
Not at all.
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Another seal. Yep. The Phoenix down.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
To Canva.
We'll talk about this later.
So you just have a shadow network that's been following you this entire time?
Very, you certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities and the sea.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I have to go this way. Not due to any, like, logically map-wise, I think most devs would point us in the direction of where we need to go rather than have us do a 180 to go the other way. Hello. Come at me.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
You gonna attack me, please? Ow, I didn't even see that one. Eh, close enough. Also, I just want to point out, you know you're fucking low on the totem pole when you're called fodder. When fodder is literally part of your name. Also, we're only like 175 off our Giga Flare. Hey, I'm excited. Zap. Zap again. Easy peasy. We'll probably finish this,
Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
And then, well, we'll probably use some more, because I've got another 25-ish minutes. I know I got on late, but I really can't afford to stay up later than 11, unfortunately. Even though I am on a little late. I really wish I could, but as I explained earlier, I'm fucking busy as shit.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Oh, okay. The Free Cities of Canver. Man, this place got fucked up.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Hey, Uncle, Mid.
Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
I'm sure Uncle will be glad to see you too.
Dad's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Mididol. But everyone calls me Mid.
What the fuck kind of name is Mididol?
My lady.
Hey?
Not really that kind of girl, Joshua. Not really one for flattery like that. Oh.
My boy. Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
To be fair, neither did we.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned. But Silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing?
Would be our best guess.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
A split operation?
We split into two parties.
Yep.
I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
You come with me.
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
Yeah, kind of a literally large lake in between. You two.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe.
Oh, I guess I'm going solo. Alright. I can handle this.
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Okay, solo and Torgal, but Torgal...
Both of you.
Torgal always comes with me, so he really doesn't count. Alright, let's do this. Even fall.
Alright, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed.
I'm gonna charge up level 1 here. Ow. What? Where the fuck? Right on, huh? You're a ninja. I see. Okay, that's got a little bit more of a delay to it than ow, I thought. Ow, what the fuck? That's rude. Yeah, I'm just gonna... You don't mind, do you? Charge to level 3. Boop. Well, there goes 2 of my 3 high potions, by the way. Kind of a waste, but... Come on. Attack me, please. Ow. I just fucking straight up just missed. Or failed the timing. Right? Die, please. No more shields. I keep timing it very early. Good.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
Yeah, probably turned into monsters. You know, normal things. Oh, this looks like a boss fight. Or maybe not. There's a staircase up here. Ow. My timing is just really off. Oh, that's interesting. So I can hit shift. So I can use the shift activation of also, ow, to dodge. Haha. Get some dot damage up. Okay, ow. Okay, that's really interesting, actually. So I can use Bahamut Shift to dodge and gain a lot of Mega Player charge by doing so. That's actually really helpful. That means I don't have to literally just stand like this with my very slow-ass movement speed and try to charge. I can just simply stay in Bahamut form and do melee combos, and then when I go to dodge, I can hit this instead of control. I need to remember to hit shift. Now I'm all... Now I'm all used to hitting control to dodge. That's good. Okay. We're definitely, like last time, gonna be a little over 12, but that's or a little over 11, but that's all right. Now this is a boss fight area.
Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Or at least a group of enemies. Nice try. Okay. So it's completely well, Torgal has him stunned. Just gonna build this up on you if you don't mind. Really quick. Yeah, you know, do you mind striking at me again? Thank you. You see, this is why I wanted this build up. Ow, whoa, okay. That's just rude. Okay, that has a secondary hit. Ow. I really should not be risking everything like this. Ow, 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 ow. Never mind, I get it. You don't want to play with Bahamut. I get it, alright? Please die. Holy fuck. Nice.
This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be survivors. And it's not just because I watched that cutscene earlier that clearly showed that they are all dead. Also, abilities? Oh, look at all that ability points. Giga Flare time, baby. Honestly, Flare Breath, kinda bad. We're gonna take Giga Flare.
Where are they? These creatures. Does Optimus Rage extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
do that, and then we do this. Oh, big beam.
Where is your master? What does he want?
Alright, there it is. There we go.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
Dude. Hello?
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Savior of House Harvard. And you will yield.
Yeah, I don't plan on doing that. Thanks, though.
Or not. As long as you don't hold back. Well done,
I hit space instead of shift. That's my bad. I did it again. Flying jump, do that, do this, do that. Impressive.
Forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
Ow. I horribly mistimed that one. And that one, for that matter. That just hits from a massive fuck all range, huh? That's got a delay, and that does too. Nice. Lots of damage. Damn it. Come on. Alright. Heal me. Ow. Okay. I don't have Mega Flare to back me up for damage this time, but it shouldn't matter. There we go. That is a lot of experience and a lot of AP.
is strong. My liege.
And dead. Sorry, pal. But only one of us was going to walk away from this, and it had to be me.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Holy shit.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Don't tell me we gotta fight another guy. I used, like, all my potions, alright? Can we, like, can we call a break and sort of reconvene after I get to a shop in, like, 30 minutes? Wow, you're strong. You know, when people say I could probably fight you with one hand behind my back, I don't think they generally mean that literally.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
He's clearly just toying with us, Clive.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Ooh, that's not good. Clive, we might want to, you know, not stand there. Wow, Clive, that was just kind of pathetic, honestly. You literally walked into his kit. Well, ran, but, you know.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
You, 'Tis. 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 'Tis
Torgal carrying my blade with him.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Jill? That guy fucked us up really badly.
Will he be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. Alright?
And how is he?
Well, not dead.
Blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
See, we're fine, you know?
My boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him.
How long is it gonna take us to realize that Jill's not here?
Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. As long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
She does.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
So we need to find his old writings.
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
I can stand.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Yeah, true. That kind of power is not great. Shit. Alright, we'll go back to the hideaway. And then if it doesn't immediately drop us into a cutscene, we will save and quit, because I am done for the evening. A Song of Hope for next time. Alright, well, as much as I hate to call it here, because, you know, I was a little on the late end, my bad again, but, you know, I can't help it sometimes, work's a bitch. Regardless, thanks everybody so much for watching. If you still are, I will be back with the boys tomorrow for the finale of Pathfinder Gatewalkers, after which we will be taking about 2-week break, and then we will be starting another campaign on Fridays. Yeah, we've been talking about it aloud in Gatewalkers, so I don't think it's any surprise to say that we will be playing Stolen Fate next. But regardless, if you enjoyed and want to catch more streams, the easiest way to do so is, of course, to hit the following button, to hit the buttons on your platforms, whether that be the subscribe and the bell on YouTube or the follow button on Twitch. But regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed and have a good night. Bye-bye.